This is the Mike Muse Show.
I've really been excited to be in conversation with this gentleman to my left. You can see Mr. Casanova. I've been a fan of his work for some time now, but I'm a huge fan of him on social media and Instagram. I love his wave. I love his vibe. And I love the music. Casanova is up here today to talk about his new single that he has for the fight that's coming up between Anthony Joshua and Mr. Ruiz. The song is called Into the Jungle. Did I get that right, Casanova?
Forge and Steel.
Forge and Steel, man. I'm messing me things up, man. I'm thinking about the producer.
Yeah.
Jungle, man. Welcome to the show, Mr. Casanova, man. What's up, dude?
Nothing much, man. Hanging in there.
You look great, man.
Thank you so much.
I know you're trying to get the six-pack going for
I gave
jam.
up.
You gave up?
I gave up. I couldn't eat healthy. I couldn't.
It's hard, man. Especially like in the summertime, the weather's getting nice. All you want to do is sit out and eat and drink.
The healthy food don't taste good.
No, it doesn't. Who wants kale, man? We need more substance going on, man.
That's a fact.
My trainer, who is like an expert for my show, he knew I was in his interview, and I was on my recital was about it. And he was like, yo, I saw his Instagram post, man. Tell him to get at me. It's,
everybody trying to hit me up.
Yeah, man. How was that, man? Because I noticed on your social media, you have great engagement, man. Like, your fans and followers, man, love you, dudes. Like, what's that feeling like, man, to be so interactive, like, with your fans on social media?
It feels dope. I think they just them seeing me respond to them is like, dang, that's crazy. Wow.
Yeah.
I kind of respond to some of my DMs still.
Yeah.
And fans, I might just give them the peace sign or the thumbs up sign.
Yeah.
And I just try to be as regular as possible.
It actually means a lot. And I know when I respond to my followers, I'm clearly not as big as you, but it means a lot to them. And I think a lot of times people on social media don't expect the individual to respond. When they do, they're like, oh, snap, right? It actually feels like more connected, right?
Yeah.
And even like in the DMs, I feel like now the DMs are a whole, it's like email almost now, or another version of like text messaging. Yeah.
Definitely.
It wasn't what it used to be in terms of like the sexual provocative stuff. That stuff still happens, right? But like now it's all like networking and personal vibe, man. Yo, I just love how vulnerable that you are and how honest you are in communications on Instagram, man. And so I was like, actually did a lot of research kind of just by Instagram, man, and rocking with you. But before I get to all that fun stuff, though, tell me more about this song that you created for the fight that's coming up.
I just try to put myself in the ring.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I just went in the ring mentally and I just did it.
Yeah. But you said something really interesting, and I love the quotes that you give. They're very simple and they're very simplistic, but yet they're very powerful. And talking about the song, you said boxing and music are very similar. They both give you a voice to express the anger you feel without getting it into trouble. Can you give more context of what did you mean by that?
It's like boxing, you can really tell somebody, you can really get angry in the ring and hit somebody, but not get in trouble for it.
Yeah.
In music, you can get angry and make a dope song and say you want to shoot somebody, kill somebody, or you killed somebody, whatever the case may be, and you don't get in trouble for it because you're just voicing your opinion.
Yeah.
So if you're angry in the ring, you could just punch this guy.
Yeah.
If you're angry in the booth, you can make a song about punching this guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Both are forms of therapy.
Yes.
Yeah, when you think about it.
Yes.
And both really had this form of like this energy, like almost like this rage, right? And I think what's interesting too about boxing and music, particularly like in urban communities, it really gives an outlet, right? And a lot of times that we're not really interested in therapy or talking out problems, right? So a lot of times we communicate it through music. And a lot of times people communicate it through sports and really through fighting. Did you grow up loving boxing and watching boxers?
I grew up with Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
That was my era.
The heavyweights.
Lennox Lewis and stuff like that. But I stopped really watching it. But now I watch it because, you know, I got a few boxer friends.
Yeah.
Like the Charlo twins and Javante
They're
Davis.
so dope, man. The Charlo twins, man.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I root for them. Who do you got for this weekend?
AJ.
Yeah. I'm rooting for him, man. I'm glad like the heavyweights are back.
Yeah,
right?
I gotta
like
go AJ because I want him to fight Wilder.
Same here. I think it'll be entertaining just to lead up to the fight, right?
That's gonna be a real crazy fight.
Like literally, I kind of want this weekend just to get over with, just so we can move on, like to the next one. Now between those two, man, I don't even know who to call, who to grab on that one. I think I got Wilder on that one if that fight was to happen. Yeah.
Wilder definitely is a beast. So
Yeah.
we definitely got to see that one happen.
Yeah.
A lot of money's gonna be lost.
Yo, tons, man. I think a lot of money was lost too recently with the Toronto Raptors and the Warriors fight too as well. You know, if I do say so myself, man. Yeah. Do you ever think you'll be Drake on the sidelines, man, with your favorite teams?
Oh man, no, I don't got a favorite team. I'm a set tripper. I just go with whoever's winning.
Yeah, I'm like I follow wherever King James goes. Yeah, so I'm a LeBron James guy. I grew up in Michigan, a Pistons Bulls dude. I never rooted for the West Coast at all, but now I can't believe I'm a big Lakers fan.
Everybody's a Lakers fan now.
Yeah. So speaking of like music and healing and the way that boxing kind of gives that rhythm of the vibe of like releasing energy, your story and the transition to music was an interesting journey, right? In terms like your background, and you're very honest and you're very open in terms of your background and being in jail and being associated with gangs. But then you made that pivot to music. But I've been noticing throughout your story, it seems like it's a family that really helped you make that transition. Am I getting that right?
I don't think so. I think just taking losses repeatedly made me just like, you know what, fuck this shit, man. Like I can't do this shit no more.
Yeah.
Like it was all fun and games when you get a little year and a half, 2 years here.
Yeah.
And when you get like 7 years, it's like
And you're talking about years being locked up in jail. Yeah, Rikers, yeah.
So it just made me just like, all right, man, I'm getting older, getting wiser. Let me not try to throw bricks at jail no more. You know what I'm saying? And I just did it.
Did it become normalized to you to a certain extent, like going into jail?
Yeah.
So I think people kind of forget about that, how some things can be normative.
I was just telling my friends that like a lot of people that spend years in jail literally go back because that's all they know.
Yeah. So they're comfortable with.
Yeah, what they call it, 3 cots in a yacht.
Yeah. That's what they call it.
Yeah.
No worries in terms of outside world and your bills. Your stress is easy. The routine is basic and the same.
Basic.
Yeah, that is. And almost kind of like associated with like PTSD and trauma, right? Like, and how that becomes your norm.
That's a fact.
Yeah, and there's something interesting on your Instagram audience. You probably see I keep looking at my phone. I'm not testing or anything, but I'm trying to make sure I had the right Instagram post, man. And I think you were in Miami at a recent, I don't know if it was at a club or a concert. There's like thousands of people there. And you say a quote, and you say, when fun gets deep enough, it can heal all the pain. I hope that doesn't go over y'all heads.
Yeah.
And for me, just seeing you smile, diving into the crowd, jumping, I can only imagine a form of like healing that is for you.
Yeah, that's the first time I ever did that. And that whole crowd right there is girls.
Oh, word.
Yeah, it's like.
Y'all can be able to zoom in. You got to find my Instagram in order to see this picture. But
yeah. Only girls was lifting me up, and it was like crazy. And that quote is basically saying like happiness heals everything. I think if you had to like put pain and happiness on a scale, happiness would definitely outweigh the pain.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you forget, like right that moment, I didn't even think about nothing else. Yeah. But I was just in the moment. I was living in the moment. So yeah.
And you kind of want, and it almost becomes a drug, right? Like you want to keep chasing happiness.
Chasing, yes.
Right? Now I always say happiness is a choice, right? I was like, one can choose happiness, but sometimes in environments and communities, that often isn't the choice for them, right? Like it's hard to find happiness and joy when you're living in a place of like trauma and PTSD, when things become normal that should not be normalized. You think that was the experience a lot of individuals feel coming from like the communities?
Definitely. I feel like we all go through that, especially being raised in the hood and being raised in an environment where people don't tell you right from wrong. They just let you do what you do. You got to figure it out yourself. But like I said before, I feel like it made me who I am. If it wasn't for me going through what I went through, I wouldn't be who I am today. So I'm proud of it.
Bro, I'm so happy for you, man. And I'm really excited for your wave, man, because, when I get a chance to have the opportunity to speak with rappers and individuals who didn't leave the 4-block community. We always talk about, in society, individuals never leaving their 4-block radius, right? And, that's just difficult for some, right? And some people can't really understand that. But then once rappers, individuals who make it, get a chance to travel and go across the globe.
Amazing.
Now, with your travels that you've had, have you seen a change in your music, right? Like before you started traveling abroad, before you started changing? Talk to me a little bit about how that change has happened and what do you see different now?
you see more. That's like if you read more, your vocabulary changes.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's more to rap about.
Yeah.
You know, like Jay-Z said, you know, what you want me to rap about, being in the projects all day?
Yeah.
I'm not there anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it definitely helps you.
Yeah.
And makes me make songs like 2 a.m.
Which is amazing, bro.
Thank you.
It's kind of have like this world vibe, this
Yeah.
world beat kind of going on into it. And it makes it open up for that.
Yeah.
But I think also, too, Casanova kind of goes like your constitution, your background, like, you know, who you are, like growing up in Flatbush, right? And then just the different cultures within Flatbush, right? Panamanian, you know, all the Caribbean infusions that is there. And it seems so normalized, but then when you travel, you actually see it as a part of a bigger world.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? That's you is. And you're not afraid to take chances and risks, like, within your songs.
Not at all.
Yeah. And your mother's Panamanian, if I'm mistaken. It seems like she is a big light of your life,
Yes.
right? And a big like North Star for you. And you're very vulnerable when you talk about her. So she's got to be part of this evolution of who you are now and like the young man that you've become.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
Definitely.
What do you? Was she a part that kind of helped you transition like out of doing bad?
Nah, my mom. My mom was just one of those people with like. What is that saying? If you don't listen, you're gonna fail.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was one of those moms. I mean, I ain't gonna babysit you.
Yeah.
You gonna see.
Yeah.
And I saw. You know, my mom was a real tough single mother.
I always think about, and I think one thing we don't talk about a lot in our society is like when individuals get locked up, right? The effect that it has like on their families, right? Like on their mothers, their siblings, their girlfriends, you know, the mother of their children, right? Did you feel that when you were locked up? Did you feel like that separation from your family and what they were feeling as a result of you being in there?
Nah, I didn't really feel nothing when I was locked up. I was young, I was dumb, I didn't care what was going on around me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That becomes that whole normalization that we talked about.
That's it. And it just feels normal, but it's not normal.
Yeah. So, man, look, I'm not going to talk about what I overheard you and your managers talking about, like, in the studio, man. But what's next for you, man? Any new music you got coming out besides the single that is released right now? Now that you have all these worldly experiences, you're smiling, you're deep diving into crowds.
Yeah. I got a single coming out with Chris Brown next month.
Oh, that's exciting, man.
Yeah.
So that means the album's on the horizon?
Project is on the horizon.
Project on the horizon?
Yeah.
Can we see you out and about this summer, man? And any festival stages?
Definitely Summer Jam, Sunday.
Ah, that's going to be exciting, man.
Yeah.
You got any surprises for us? Any special things up your sleeve?
Yeah, I got some surprises for y'all.
Yeah.
I'm bringing out Jay-Z.
You heard it here first, people. Yo, Casanova, man, it's been so dope to be in conversation with you, man.
Thank you.
I'm so proud of you, man. It's fun watching you on Instagram, man. Keep posting, keep living, keep smiling, keep having fun, man. How can other individuals reach out to you on Instagram who are yet to follow you?
Casanova_2X on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram.
Yeah, and 2X, man, next time you come back, we got to talk about the company that you created. I'm really big on entrepreneurship, man, so I want to learn a little bit more about that. As always, folks, you can reach me at I am Mike Muse, MUSSAME on Instagram and Twitter. Stay with us, and we'll be right back.